C Phrygian mode, okay? We're continuing our series on modes. We first talked about the Ionian mode in C, which is just a major. Then we talked about the Dorian, which has a minor quality. The Phrygian also has a minor quality, C Phrygian. You can replace it if you're playing the blues, if you want to have a minor sound. I'll get into that later. I want to talk a little bit more about the C Phrygian scale. It has a minor quality. It's almost the exact same thing as C minor. Okay, so if you know what a C minor scale is, but it has one more flat in it. Sometimes, sometimes, not always, but a lot of times, the minor scales have the flats, so it's got that minory, they say almost darker sound, but I don't know how true the dark sound is. It's different, it's got that minor quality feel. And so if once again, if you were to play like a C minor, if you play this, you hear that right there off the top, the second note has that extra minor quality. So I like using majors and minors, especially if I'm playing Aeolians. Okay, that's your natural minor. Okay, if you were in the key of C major, the C Ionian, you want to go down to the A minor, which is the Aeolian. But now we're talking about being in the key of C and using like Phrygian. And if you check out my other video about how to use the C Dorian, Dorian and Phrygian go pretty well together. They both have a minor quality sound. So, and if you really want to get technical, the C Phrygian is part of the A flat major scale. It's the third mode of the A flat major scale. So in other words, it has all the same flats. I think there's 4 flats in A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So here we go though. So we're going to start on the 6th string, 8th fret with your first finger. Play the 9th fret, then the 11th fret with your 1st, 2nd, and 4th fingers. Go up to the 5th string and play 8th, 10th, and 11th with your 1st, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Same thing on the 4th string. So far we have. And remember these patterns, because you can move these patterns. 3rd string is just 8th and 10th frets. Now we're going to go back to that same pattern from the 6th string, but you play that 8th, 9th, and 11th frets with your 1st, 2nd, and 4th fingers on the 2nd string to the C. Now remember, you don't always have to play starting from the root, from this low C here. I could start it right from here if I wanted to and play. So I'm playing 8th, 9th, and 11th frets on the 2nd string, going to the 10th fret on the 3rd string. If I played a C minor to a D flat to an E flat, these are the 3 most popular chords if you're playing. About 20 of them that you could actually use. I'm not going to go into all those. But C minor, D flat, and E flat progression or chords if you want to play a song that's using elements of the C Phrygian mode. You could also play a C minor 7th to an A flat. So let me show you what the scale looks like. Okay, here's your C Phrygian scale, starting on the 6th string, 8th fret with your 1st finger. Write this down, please. If you don't got any tablets or paper. I know this guy that you've been watching here, meaning me, real old school. So take a blank piece of paper, some computer paper, draw 6 parallel lines. For the bottom line, put the 6th string up to the 1st string, put those fingers down, or just take a screenshot of that. And then you can use this to enhance your lead playing. All right. They also say that this, the Phrygian, the C Phrygian, specifically the C Phrygian mode. That scale is the second most popular among Phrygian keys. So, I mean, you could play 11 other Phrygian keys, but it's the second most popular, C. All right, C Phrygian among all the Phrygian modes. And once again, it's similar to that C minor scale. So if you know your C minor scale, not just the pentatonic, because in the pentatonic, you're only playing 5 different notes. But you can interchange this. You could play the pentatonic. You can even do the minor. Or you can get even more minor-y sounding and play the... I like it right here on the second. Just go back and forth between the second and third string. So I'm starting on the 8th fret on the second string, 8th and 9th frets, first and second finger. Going down to the 3rd string, 10th fret with my 3rd finger to the 8th. So it's 8, 10, 3rd string, 8, 9. If I want to add that 11th fret, you could. C Phrygian. It's just, it's just super cool. I like using Aeolians. Okay, if I'm in, in C, in the key of C, I can play a solo, the blues scale in C, or I can play that using that blues scale in A. But now I just don't want to keep using that because, as a frequent practitioner, we'll phrase it that way, of rock and roll. This is my favorite music, and I love different styles, genres, whether it's classical or jazz or country and stuff like that. I want to like broaden my horizon. So this is the way to do it. So be sure to check out my videos on the Ionian if you haven't already. And the Aeolian, and then I just did one. They're all in C, okay? So, but the Aeolian is going to go to A minor. And then I did the one on C Dorian, so that'll help you understand, because that's the second mode. And I don't play loud music any longer, which that acronym will help you to remember. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. Those are the 7 modes. Now, in modern Western music, which is started in the 18th century, okay, a few hundred years ago, they've developed these modes. Because a few thousand years ago, when the Greeks developed them, they only played 6 notes. We play 8 notes in our scales today. So these modes, which are just really scales, so on and so forth, depending on how you're looking at whether you're playing a parallel or relative modes. And as guitar players, we want to play parallel, although I'm mostly talking about relative. I want you guys to understand the theory. And I'm also giving you recommendations on how to apply it. So you can even go up to that C on the first string. Okay? Even... So I'm on the 4th string playing 8, 10, 11. All right? 8th, 10th, and 11th frets with my 1st, 3rd, and 4th fingers. And then I'm going up to the 8th and 10th frets on the 3rd string, and 8th, 9th, 11th frets on the 2nd. I'm going back. You can use that progression. So it's got more of a minor quality sound. All right, and it's very related, once again, to the C minor scale. And it has that extra flat in it. So play the Dorian. Play this Phrygian as well, because it will enhance your playing. And check out some things out online. I hope this video was helpful. I'm really enjoying presenting this series, and I appreciate all you guys' support. And if you're new to my channel and if you like what you see, please subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Am I answering your questions? Do you feel like you're developing further into your playing? I've been playing for 45 years and I still feel like I'm learning. And you know, if you're like me, you love playing the guitar. Wish I could do it all the time, but we have other responsibilities. And well, keep playing and have fun.